We were freediving in Fernando de Noronha National Park in Brazil at one of the local shipwrecks when we spotted a turtle. It was hiding under part of the wreck and we were able to get very close to it and suddenly realized that it's not hiding there, but stuck and can't move. We managed to gently push it out and it immediately swam to the water surface to breathe. The moment itself was brief, but it shifted the way we saw the world, knowing that our actions can have life and death consequences. Because of that, we started thinking about what we could do for the life in the ocean and founded Cyan to recreate similar transcendental experiences for audience to elicit empathy for the ocean. Hi everyone, I am Michal LOVECKY, CEO and Creative Director at Cyan, which I have founded together with Ninja.
Hi, I'm Ninja. I'm environmental scientist and marine biologist. I am currently also researching on how to use XR as a tool for marine conservation, and I'm COO and lead researcher at Cyan.
And my background is in immersive media production and business. I have worked on over 60 XR projects in the last 6 years, and saving that turtle flipped my life upside down. So, what is the purpose of Cyan? We are building a global creative platform that connects people with the ocean and marine organizations through deep emotional experiences, using the power of virtual reality and other immersive media. In a nutshell, we are developing a space that brings audiences closer to the ocean, engages them through emotional narratives, and at the same time educates them about the science of marine ecosystems, and gives them the opportunity to directly support the cause. On the other side, we empower marine organizations by providing a new tool for outreach, fundraising, training, and education. Proof is that immersive media is an incredible medium to elicit empathy. It is a powerful tool for marine conservation, and Cyan is committed to finding ways to turn that empathy into real-world impacts.
We are working with different formats of immersive media, and in this presentation we just want to give you a short overview on a few of our projects and their impacts. And let's start with our flagship project, VR Experience, How is the Water? In How is the Water, you have the amazing chance to be a dolphin. You exchange the human perspective and our human-centered view on ocean health issues with a perspective of a local that is directly affected. We developed an entirely new locomotion system for full immersion to let you swim like a dolphin in VR environment, and created a voice system to let you communicate with your dolphin family in a universal dolphin language. The marine animals react to you as they would react to a dolphin, and you can use echolocation, hunt, collaborate with other animals, and explore an ocean teeming with life. With this approach, you become a part of the marine ecosystem and experience firsthand what is happening under this homogeneous water surface, which is hidden for most people.
And we are happy to see that this approach of changing your view on the world resonates greatly with so many people. We were selected for Biennale College Cinema VR, New Images Festival, Cannes Film Festival XR Development Showcase, and received funding from Bavarian Film Commission. And more importantly, we are successfully building an impact network around this project, now consisting of over 30 organizations passionate about bringing this experience to schools and people worldwide. A very different example of an immersive media project as a tool for marine conservation is our sponge space, a virtual space in the shape of a marine sponge, and you yourself of the size of a microorganism, inhabiting this sponge and seeing the reef life in a very different dimension.
We wanted to get away from this usual megafauna-oriented perspective that humans used to take. The people are generally interested in whales, sharks or mantas, everything that is really large and beautiful. But the smaller organisms on the bottom of the food chain are as relevant and deserve much more attention and also empathy like the big ones. It was also very nice to draw attention to these, we call them unsexy species, like marine sponges, because usually you would look at the corals in a reef. The corals are always the stars. But it's important to acknowledge the diversity of organisms in every marine ecosystem. And it was really great to see the enthusiasm that people suddenly had for marine sponges after visiting our sponge space. It is also great how easily you can incorporate inter- and transdisciplinary approaches. We have, for example, the Sponge Space Trash Takeover. That's an art exhibition from Tamiko Thiel tackling plastic pollution in our marine sponge in an artistic way. And there are lots of interesting opportunities how to use immersive projects in collaboration with other organizations or people in many different ways.
We also work with 360 video to help local NGOs with their outreach and give people a direct impression what these organizations are working on. It is often challenging for these organizations to communicate efficiently what they are doing because the effect is usually visible below the water surface, and that is difficult to comprehend for most people. And here comes in a very important aspect when we are talking about raising awareness for evoking empathy for life in the ocean. Because it is an entirely different thing than trying to elicit empathy for humans or for life on land. People can relate to changes on land. The big fires in Australia and California, shocking events. We can relate to that. We know trees, we know fire, we see that something is different after a forest burned down. We see the destruction. But overfishing, ocean acidification, it is intangible for us. We cannot relate to it. It is not a part of our daily life, and only a minority of people have ever seen the effects in real life, for example, on a coral reef. We simply do not live in the ocean. And this is the difficulty that marine conservation organizations face, communicating what they are working on, what they are protecting and restoring, trying to evoke empathy for something that has no place in our daily lives. That's the real challenge.
But of course, immersive media is not only helpful for outreach and science communication, but also for the actual work for marine conservation. We had, for example, one project, an interactive 360 video that we created with Montenegro Dolphin Research, where you spend one day as a researcher. And you get a first-hand insight into their work, what a marine mammal observer does. You take pictures of dolphins, you have to identify the individuals you took pictures of, and so on. And this was first meant as an outreach tool, but they now also use it to train their new volunteers, which is a wonderful multi-purpose use of this interactive experience, not only as outreach, but also as training. Immersive media is already used a lot for training purposes, especially in medical care or in dangerous activities like firefighting. And there is a lot of research on the effectiveness and efficiency of immersive training. But ocean science, on the other hand, is usually also connected with difficult activities that cannot easily be replicated or faked. And working on or in the sea is often also very expensive, even if it's just a scuba dive. However, there is almost no research on how to use immersive media to support marine conservation efforts in the field, which is why we are also investigating the use of XR for marine conservation with multiple research projects, and I'm happy to answer any questions about that later if you are interested.
There are so many ways to use immersive media for marine conservation, and currently we are just scratching the top of it, especially the possibility of multi-purpose use and delivery. So we are really excited to work with this medium and are looking forward to the next year when we can hopefully get back out into productions and work with marine organizations to evoke empathy for the ocean and act for marine conservation.